Good morning. This is Myra Mansfield, the chair of the Anderson County Republican Party. I just want to give you an update on the election results. It was a long day yesterday, but wow, did we ever come out to vote. Our vote Republican signs with the elephant kicking the donkey sure did work because we had record turnout in Anderson County. 21,200 people came out to vote in this election. That's phenomenal compared to when Trump was in office in 2018 at this same point. We had about 18,000. So we even went over that. That is so huge. Thank you so much to every voter that came out and participated in our election cycle. It is so important, and your vote is sacred, and it should be protected and considered to be important and sacred to you. And so we did work hard on that as the Republican Party. Good out the vote, Ginger. Great job, you and your team. And I wish I had time to list every single person. Maybe I'll do that in another video, but I can't do that this morning. I want to start out by thanking the Tennessee Republican Party because they helped a lot. You might not have noticed, but some of the mailers you got were sent by the Tennessee Republican Party. And because of it, our power team won. All three of our guys, John Reagan reelected, Ed Butler knocked out the longtime Democrat incumbent, hallelujah, and Monty Fritz, who has the west side of Oak Ridge and Roane County, they all three won. Those are the guys we featured in a town hall meeting just a few weeks ago, and wow, they won. That is a mandate from the citizens of Tennessee to hold the line. Do not back down. Do not give anyone else an inch of space to use to try to pull out our conservative roots here. Speaking of roots, I want to thank our grassroots ground game. Wow, did they work hard. We had people door to door, texting, calling, just so active, poll watchers. It was just phenomenal to see the grassroots people who came out to help our local Anderson County party. I bless every single one of you with an abundance of rest today and a satisfaction that all the work you did was rewarded because it was phenomenal, the results. Also, thank you to the executive committee. Last night, John Reagan had a watch party. I hope you came out. There was a great crowd that came down and congratulated him on his win and just spent time together talking and watching results as they came in. One thing I also want to thank you all for was some of the local wins that were amazing. Jason Stiltner down in Oliver Springs unseated a long-time Republican mayor. So Jason Stiltner is the new mayor in Oliver Springs. Rocky Top had a pretty big turnover on their city council and new mayor down up there. And we hope they will work with Michael Foster, the city manager, who we love, who's one of our dedicated Republicans, who also helped us get the Young Republican Club going this year. So we really hope that they'll all work together and make things good up there. Norris, and good Republican city council up there. A somewhat historic win in Clinton City Council. I heard that they have not had a female on their city council for 16 years. I'm sorry, but that ain't okay. Wendy Manis won her ward for this Clinton City Council, so she broke that streak, and she will be on the City Council in Clinton. She did come to our town hall meeting and introduced herself, and she was just a beautiful candidate. And so I hope that she'll be able to really make an impact over there in Clinton. Nationally, what about that? What about that Arkansas? A daughter taking the governorship after her father, and she grew up in that whole realm, and it's just beautiful to see that win. DeSantis in Florida, J.D. Vance in Ohio. Look at those. Those are all right here near us, our neighbors, the East. Boy, are we strong. Don't you just love living in Tennessee and in the Eastern, especially the Southeast United States? Still rooting for Herschel Walker and some other candidates. We're, nationally, we're still watching how that's going to pan out. We're hoping for the best. And it's actually looking good in Congress. The amendments, the state amendments, all 4 of them passed. And the 2 Oak Ridge City amendments, I don't know if you were able to get a hold of our ballot, but we did post a ballot. And after a lot of research, I had come up with some recommendations for how people should vote. And let me just review it very quickly. We weren't really worried about Bill Lee or Chuck Fleischman. We weren't worried about Randy McNally at all. John Reagan won. Ed Butler won that seat up in the north part of Anderson County. In Clinton City, Scott Burton won. Both of those candidates were good Republican candidates, and so we, of course, didn't make an endorsement on that. David Queener won. We were really hoping for Vicki Violet because she is a Republican. And then I said Wendy Manis. Board of Education for Clinton is Tim Bible and Curtis Isbell. They both won. And Oak Ridge City had a lot of people contacting us asking what our recommendations were on that. Our candidate for city council, I can't really call her our candidate, but it was our recommendation because there was only one conservative candidate on the ballot. And so we had recommended people vote for her. She did well. I'm very proud of you, Carmen. You did really well. You really ran neck and neck with the other candidates. And so thank you for putting yourself out there. I know that's really hard. It's hard work. But our new city council in Oak Ridge, the 4 seats that were up for re-election, Warren Gooch and Ellen Smith re-elected. Come back for Charlie Hensley. He actually got the most votes. He used to be on the city council here, and he's been off probably for about 8 years, I'm thinking. And he made a strong comeback. And then a new guy, Sean Gleason. I don't know if you've been able to meet him, you Oak Ridgers out there, but he's a young businessman, and he's going to be on there now. City of Oak Ridge Board of Education. We had recommended that people vote only for Heather Hartman because she was the only true bona fide Republican, and she was able to turn over one of the seats and is now a new school board member. And they last night they were already calling her and lining her up to start on Thursday to go to a conference. So we were really happy that she came out to the watch party last night, to Representative Reagan's watch party, and shared some time with us. With her, Laura McClain and Aaron Webb both also won re-election. I'm just checking, is there anything else? Rocky Top, the names of the people that won, I did mention that already, but Carrie Templin is the new mayor, and Mac Bunch, Jeff Gillum are new to the city council. Denise Castile won re-election. The charter referendum, I am disappointed about that because I just don't think people understood it. A charter is a county constitution. It doesn't mean we're leaving a constitutional form of government. It would have meant, I'm sorry to say it failed, but it would have meant that we have a county constitution that works in cooperation with our state constitution, which works in cooperation with our country constitution. That's what a charter really is, but unfortunately it didn't pass. So I guess that's all that I have noted that I want to mention to you this morning. Again, thank you to everyone. Oh my goodness, there were so many people that helped. And I have a meeting next week, our monthly meeting next Thursday, November 17th at 7 o'clock at the Clinton Church of God, 635 Hillcrest Street in Clinton. And Anthony Allen, our chair emeritus, who is also now a county commissioner, will be sharing on the history of the GOP. It's going to be fantastic. I've already heard people saying they're coming who don't even usually come to our meetings, and they're even bringing their kids so the kids can learn about the history of the Republican Party. Great idea, huh? So maybe you can do that. Bring some kids with you and have them be able to learn about the history of the Republican Party. So, thank you for your time. I pray that you have a great day, that you feel happy about the results of this election, and that you will start getting more involved. Let me just put this out there really quickly. A person doesn't usually think decades in advance about running for office. They usually will make that decision suddenly or over the course of a few months, possibly over a year's time, something a little bit longer, but not usually decade. But your voting record matters. If you want to run for office, we look at your voting record and we look at if you have been active in the local GOP. Or active in the state, which is unusual for anybody to just be active in the state and not the local. So come and be part of us. Not only because you might someday suddenly decide to run for an office, but just because the synergy of us with you and you with us and the conversation. We have such a great meeting. We have people just standing around talking to each other. Before the meeting starts, I usually have to really rally people into their seat because they're just enjoying the conversation. And afterward, people lingering and talking with each other and getting to know each other and getting to know our community and how you can help. So please come out November 17th. That's a week from Thursday, week from tomorrow, 7 o'clock. In Clinton. And lastly, if you're not on our email list where you can be receiving reminders from me, send me your email, or the email address is actngop@gmail.com, or go to our website, actngop.com, and there's a place on there you can sign up for our newsletter. Thank you. Have a great day.